are cells that can help fight the cancer, and then it's stored. What you're saying, you could store it privately for your own family use. But if one of the children that the cells came from, an umbilical cord, that child were to get cancer, you couldn't use those cells for that child. Is that correct?
No.
Right.
And also, I want to make it clear that stem cells from umbilical cord, they're not just to treat cancer. There's a list of several other diseases that it also could save lives for, like your anemias and so forth.
And I understand there's a list of close to 70 different ailments that these stem cells could be treated. And maybe what we'll do is we'll pull up that list, and it's rather involved. You can certainly find this on the website, but if you look at this list, there are a number of ailments, cancer and non-cancer treatments, or ailments, I should say, that can be treated by the cord blood. And there's just a few examples of it. So this is very broad-reaching, and it's not just kids. You can use this cord blood on adults. Is that right?
Correct.
Absolutely.
So the older you are and the more you weigh, you might require more than just one unit. But it does work for adults as well.
And when on part of the Kacey Rose Foundation is to put the awareness out to the public that this treatment does exist, and that there are these cord blood, and that people who are pregnant or even think about getting pregnant should look into this option. Because I would gather that most people discard that material at the end of birth. It's not kept for any reason whatsoever. It's just discarded. And in that case, why not donate it so that somebody may have a match like your child did and benefit from that?
Absolutely.
And with your help, we want to spread the word to the OBGYN offices that to their maternity patients that they do have not only a private option for cord blood, but there's also a public option too available. And currently it's a little more challenging for somebody to donate publicly, but we hope to make that a little easier for the residents of Connecticut.
Now, it's my understanding that something like 22 states have these cord blood banks that are public. Is that correct?
There's 22 states that are participating with public banking options, so it's offered to the residents.
And so, Glenn, to you, if you wanted to bring the material to, if I was giving birth, I would then, contact one of these public banks, if that's what I so desire, and how would from the birthing room to the location for the public blood bank, how would the material get from point A to point B? How does that work? Do they coordinate it? Is there a cost? Is it a real expensive issue? How do you get from there to there?
Okay, well, this is very appropriate, as my sister just delivered on Sunday, and she just went through the process of donating her newborn's cord blood to the public bank.
Through Cryo?
Through Cryo International in Florida. Now, the procedure was that before her 32nd week of pregnancy, she had to basically fill out an application, and the patient fills out part of it, then the OB-GYN fills out other parts of it, and it gets submitted to the blood bank, and if you're approved, you're sent a kit. And now your only obligation at that point is to remember to bring the kit with you when you go to deliver. And at that point, your doctor will have been instructed on how to collect it. The birth process is whatever it was going to be. You still deliver the baby, the baby, the mother is not put in jeopardy. The birthing experience is not changed in any way. The father still gets to cut the cord if he wants to. And the only difference is that when the placenta is delivered, after mother is safe, baby is safe, and all that is done, they will take the kit, open it up, and there'll be a syringe, and they'll actually draw the material out of the cord and put it into the kit, properly assemble the kit, label it, and put it aside. And I believe it's within 24 hours, you have to contact the blood bank, and they'll set up a courier to come pick it up. In this case, it was FedEx. and they came by the next day, picked it up, signed for it, and it was shipped right to Florida.
So it's pretty simple to do that. Now, if you do bank it in Florida, which is one of the public banks that we talked about, is there, besides that procedural issue, is there a cost to Florida that Florida charges for this?
Currently, Florida offers, Florida, not the state, but Cryo International in Florida.
Right.
They're the only cord blood bank that will take public cord bloods donated from anywhere in the country. But they have a cap. It's $200 a month.
Okay.
So the cost is covered.
So the cost is covered for the first 200. Then after that, you may have to look elsewhere.
Correct.
And that's one of the reasons why part of what your foundation wants to do is to see if we do something in Connecticut to either start a relationship up with one or two of these banks so that if people want to do it, we don't have to worry about the cap. We have a working relationship. We have a mechanism that allows the cord blood to get from the birthing room, if you would, to the bank sort of seamlessly and have a relationship. Is that one of the things that the foundation wants to do, KRISTINA?
Absolutely. We're just trying to get the word out there to the OBGYN offices that there is a public option at Cryo International right now. And like Glenn said, unfortunately, they only take 200 cords a month. So our mission is to get the word out there that there's a public option and to develop some kind of relationship with a public bank so that Connecticut could join the 22 other states that currently have a cord blood option publicly banking.
And I think you were mentioning to me that over the last 4 years, how many people have in Connecticut have taken advantage of this cord blood?
So through Cryo International, there's been 24 successful donations made from Connecticut.
Okay, and what I want to do is let me just put up some information regarding your foundation, some contact information, and some web information. This foundation, how long has it been around now?
So our daughter passed away May 2008, and we started up probably officially in June.
Okay.
And we're very proud of our accomplishments to date. We've helped 18 local families here in Connecticut, and we're getting the word out there about public cord blood donation. So we're proud of our accomplishments.
And when you helped out these families, what did you do to help, when you say you helped out the families?
So what we did is we wanted to offer them financial assistance while their children were undergoing chemo or radiation, transplant. So we helped them out with bills.
It's like a support